So,
all right.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, welcome.
Nice to see you all.
Good to see you too.
We are now live on YouTube, so let's get this started.
okay.
Jeff, if you could switch the stream to speaker view. I'm currently getting a montage there. Welcome, everyone, to our monthly shanty sing. Thank you all for coming, and thank you all on YouTube as well. The huge number of people interested in this is great. So we're playing with new technology to us. So this is awesome. So if you want to lead a song and you're not in Zoom, please join us in Zoom. If you are not leading a song, if we get crowded in the Zoom room, please consider switching to YouTube to watch. Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival since 2000 has been hosting an annual festival in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, free, featuring some of the best maritime musicians in the world, and we're really proud of it. We took last year off, had a substitute online thing. We are planning for this year. We don't know whether we'll be able to meet in person or not, so please stay tuned for details on that. We will be doing some kind of online component, whether or not we're in person. So as reminders, please mute yourself if you're not leading a song. If you want to lead a song, please put singer in the chat or add an asterisk to your name, and our capable MCs will call on you to sing. Since we do have so many people interested in leading, please tell us who you are, where you're from, and the name of your song. Put any details in the chat if you feel you want to elaborate. And also if you have any announcements about interesting events, or if you have merch to sell, if you've got an album or something, put that in the chat, and I'll try to keep that shared with the YouTube audience as well. With that said, I'm going to get things started. I often start with a leaving shanty, but cargo comes before you can actually leave the dock. So here's a Caribbean cargo shanty. Tell me, Mr. Stevedore, how do you stow your cargo? Way, sing sunny door. Tell me, Mr. Stevedore, how do you stow your cargo? Bound down Trinidad to look for sunny door. Oh, butch free, me bully boys, a burton in the archway. Way, sing sunny door. Oh, butch free, me bully boys, a burton in the archway. Bound down Trinidad to look for sunny door. Oh, Trinidad, that pretty little harbor. Way, sing sunny door. Oh, what will you do with sunny door if ever you should find her? Bound down Trinidad to look for sunny door. Oh, butch free, me bully boys, a burton in the archway. Way, sing sunny door. Oh, butch free, me bully boys, a burton in the archway. Bound down Trinidad to look for sunny door. Tell me, Mr. Barber, how do you shave your customers? Way, sing sunny door. I grab 'em by their noses and I scrape 'em on their chinsios. Bound down Trinidad to look for sunny door. Oh, butch free, me bully boys, a burton in the archway. Way, sing sunny door. Oh, butch free, me bully boys, a burton in the archway. Bound down Trinidad to look for sunny door. Hey, Jamie, who's next?
Thanks for that, Chris. Next, we have Rick Pauley, followed by Bob Walzer, and then Lynn Phipps.
Okay. I'm a little flat-footed there. I didn't quite suspect that surprise. But anyway, here's one that's appropriate for Black History Month. And I don't think it'll be the only one, because I see Stu Marcus in the house. he has a good one as well. And so this is an old traditional shanty, a halyard shanty from long predating the Civil War. And it shows you that what the lawyers called cruel and unusual punishment wasn't in fact all that unusual on board ships in those days. A lot of masters and mates ruled with an iron hand. John Cherokee was an Indian man, Alabama. John Cherokee made him a slave down in Alabama, Alabama. John Cherokee put him aboard a whaling ship, Alabama. John Cherokee, again and again he gave them the slip, Alabama. John Cherokee, way Alabama. John Cherokee, way Alabama. John Cherokee, captain had him bound in chains, Alabama. John Cherokee whooped his hide again and again, Alabama. John Cherokee sent him down where there is no light, Alabama. John Cherokee chained again and chained up tight, Alabama. John Cherokee, way Alabama. John Cherokee, way Alabama. John Cherokee, nothing to eat and nothing to drink, Alabama. John Cherokee, till his bones began to clink, Alabama. John Cherokee, nothing to drink and nothing to eat, Alabama. John Cherokee, till he fell dead at the captain's feet, Alabama. John Cherokee, way Alabama. John Cherokee, way Alabama. John Cherokee, on foggy nights his ghost can be seen, Alabama. John Cherokee, high on the mainmast, slimy and green, Alabama. John Cherokee, dark of the hold his ghost can be heard, Alabama. John Cherokee, groaning and moaning with nary a word, Alabama. John Cherokee, way Alabama. John Cherokee, way Alabama. John Cherokee, other times his ghost can be seed, Alabama. John Cherokee, down in the hold where he did bleed, Alabama. John Cherokee, way Alabama. John Cherokee, way Alabama. John Cherokee. 'Tis well, mates.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you, Rick. Up next, we have Bob Waltzer, and then Lynn Phipps and Doug Huggins, and in the hold is Mark T. Hi, Bob.
Hi there. How are you? Nice to see you.
So nice to see you, Bob. Welcome.
Yeah, likewise, likewise. I want to sing a song that comes from a French shanty aficionado, a fellow named Michel Tonnerre. Oops, I leaned to the wrong side. He was one of the founders of a French shanty group called Jibba-Jep, and this is one of the songs that he made. And I put the text of it up behind me in case you already don't know it. It basically means O-D-O is just, vocables, and then O-I-S-E-O, that's haul away, and then a matelot, a sailor, and that's how it goes. It goes, let's see, the chorus is O-D-O, O-I-S-E-O-D-O, hey matelot-O, O-I-S-E-O-D-O. And I asked some friends of mine to help create more ambiance for this song, so you'll hear them singing as well. Let's see. Le capitaine râle si tôt le matin, il veut condéal, il nous prend pour les chiens. Oh-di-oh, il sait oh-di-oh, hey matelot-di-oh, oh, il sait oh-di-oh. I've sailed in the clippers and packets as well, gone down in a whaleboat a-pullin' like hell. Ho-dee-oh, oh, we say oh-dee-oh, hey, Matlodi-oh, oh, we say oh-dee-oh. But the toughest old skipper that I've ever seen, Captain Waterman, that driver of fame. Ho-dee-oh, we say oh-dee-oh, hey, Matlodi-oh, oh, we say oh-dee-oh. We sailed in the Challenge, the finest of all. She's a fast-going clipper, she's sharp, mean, and tall. Ho-dee-oh, we say ho-dee-oh, hey, Matlodi-oh, oh, we say ho-dee-oh. We sailed from New York, but just off Sandy Hook, she took a huge sea till her timbers all shook. Ho-dee-oh, oh, we say ho-dee-oh, hey, Matlodi-oh, oh, we say ho-dee-oh. Oh, we hoisted the royals hand over hand, straining our guts to the very last man. Ho-dee-oh, we say ho-dee-oh, hey, Matlodi-oh, oh, we say ho-dee-oh. Just 8 days from Frisco, in a gale we were tossed. Home we were bound, and 5 men were lost. Ho-dee-oh, oh, we say ho-dee-oh, hey, Matlodi-oh, oh, we say ho-dee-oh. Le capitaine râle si tôt le matin, il veut qu'on déhale, il nous prend pour les chiens. Ho-dee-oh, oh, we say ho-dee-oh, hey, Matlodi-oh, oh, we say ho-dee-oh.
Oh, very nice.
Kind of fun to try to make something work that's more fun in Zoom. And if anybody would like to try to sing on a chorus, go to bobwalzer.com/Zoom shanties, and there are there's at least one song that you can sing too, and then I might use it in a session like this in the future. So bobwalzer.com/Zoom shanties. Thanks.
There you go. Do that thing. Thank you, Bob. Next up, we have Lynn Phipps and Doug Huggins. Mark T is on deck, and Fred Winkle's in the hull.
Hi. So thank you so much. We have something innovative as well. We're going to sing across 5,000, just over 5,000 miles. We're going to sing a duet, which is kind of singing together, but we'll see. Okay, Doug, can you unmute yourself? Brilliant. Okay. I'll start. And we're going to sing Braw Sailing. There come a latter yestreen, the shipman sail the morn. Alas, cried the bonny lass, that ever I was born. And it's braw sailing on the sea, when wind and weather's fair. It's better to be in my love's arms, and again I were there.
Now he's come unto her father's house at 12 o'clock at noon. This lassie being proud-hearted, she would not let him in. And it's braw sailing on the sea, when wind and weather's fair. 'Tis better being in my love's arms, and noggin I were there. No, he's ta'en a ring frae his pocket, it cost him guineas 3. Saying, tak ye that, my bonny lass, and I think well of me.
And she's ta'en a ring frae her pocket, it cost her shillings 9. Saying, tak ye that, my bonny lad, for I hae changed my mind.
And it's braw drinking Glasgow beer, it's better drinking wine. But it's best to be in my love's arms, where I been mony's the time. No distant shores be fair and wild, and friends in ports be dear. But in every song and every glass, I wish my love were here. And it's braw sailing on the sea, when wind and weather's fair. It's better being in my love's arms, and noggin I were there.
The moon rose full o'er the deep, where sea and sky do meet. But naught I heard but the murmuring wave that broke upon my feet. And it's braw sailing on the sea, when wind and weather's fair. It's better to be in my love's arms, and again I were there.
Aye, it's better to be in my love's arms, and again I were there, and again I were there.
I really love the advent of duets in the days of isolation where we don't get to hear each other together that much. Thank you for that. Next up, we have, where are we? Mark T, then Fred Winkle, and A.B. Brown is in the hold.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm originally from Haverhill, Massachusetts, and coming to you now from Richmond, North Carolina, which is about 2 hours southeast of Raleigh. And I hope you like the song I'm going to sing. Oh, I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her, for tomorrow you will get your pay, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Now the skipper was bad, but the mate was worse. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. He'd blow you down with his spike and curse, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Oh, the wind was foul and the sea ran high. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. She shipped it green and none went by, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. I hate to sail on this rotten tub. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. No grog allowed and this rotten rub, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. The winds were foul, a work no play. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. To the Liverpool docks from Fisco Bay, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. We spare by rope for want of more. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. But now we're through, so we'll go on shore, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Yes, it's time for us to leave her.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That is, Leave Her, Johnny is such a favorite of so many. Thank you for singing it. Up next, we have Fred Winkle, then Amy Brown, and Mike Green in the hold. Fred, welcome.
Hi, Jamie. I'm singing from Apeldoorn in the Netherlands, which is a bit in the east of the Netherlands. And I will be singing the Wild Goose Shanty. Did you ever see a wild goose sailing round the ocean? Ranzo, Ranzo, way. It's just like them young girls when they get an ocean. Ranzo, Ranzo, way. I met a young woman walking by the river. Ranzo, Ranzo, way. And with every step she made her topsails quiver. Ranzo, Ranzo, way. I slewed up to her, saying, how are you, me darling? Ranzo, Ranzo, way. She said, none the better for seeing you this morning. Ranzo, Ranzo, way. Did you ever see a wild goose sailing round the ocean? Ranzo, Ranzo, way. It's just like them young girls when they get an ocean. Ranzo, Ranzo, way.
Thank you, sir. Always good to hear you, Fred. Next up, we have Amy Brown, then Mike Green, and Jerry Corbow on deck.
Okay, my name's Amy, and I think it's my first time singing here, and I will be singing the Gallant frigate Amphitrite. I'm most familiar with Peter Bellamy's version of the tune. Real quickly, it looks like there actually was a frigate Amphitrite, and Chile figures pretty greatly in the tune, and Valparaiso was a huge destination back before the Panama Canal was dug. And without further ado, I will get to the tune. The gallant frigate Amphitrite, she lay in Plymouth Sound. Blue Peter at the cornerstone, for we were outward bound. We was waiting at the orders to send us far from home. Our orders, they come from Rio and thence around Cape Horn. When we arrived in Rio, we prepared for heavy gales. We bent on our rigging, me boys, bent on all loose sails. From ship to ship they cheered us as we did sail along, and they wished us pleasant weather in the rounding of Cape Horn. In beating off Magellan Strait, it blew exceeding hard, while short sails to gallant oars, they fell from the topsail yard. By angry seas the ropes we threw, from their poor hands was torn. We was forced to leave them to the shorts that prowl around Cape Horn. Now when we got round the Horny, boys, we had some glorious days. And very soon our keel dropped in Valparaiso Bay. Then Britons came down in flocks. I solemnly declare that they are far before the Plymouth girls with their long and curling hair, because they love a jolly sailor when he spends his money free. They laugh, they sing, they merry, merry be. They enjoy a joyous spree. And when your marriages are gone, they won't on you impose. They are not like them Plymouth lads that hope on and sell your clothes. So it's farewell to Valparaiso and farewell for a while. Likewise to all the pretty Spanish girls all along the coast of Chile. If ever need to be paid off, I'll sit and I'll sing this song. God bless all them gallant Spanish boys we left around Cape Horn.
Thank you so much. Well done. Next up, we have Mike Green, then Jeremy Corbow, and Jeff Keller.
Right. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm living near Orpington, which is in southeast London. I'm a member of a shanty group called the Hog-Eye Men. This song is another Ramsor song, but not the one that was sung earlier. Well, homeward bound from China, on board of a lively liner, Ramsor, Ramsor, ray, ray. We're getting out the long-tail blues to once the girls around, to me Hilo, me Ramsor, ray. We sail the whole world over, and soon we'll be in Dover, Ramsor, Ramsor, ray, ray. We plowed the ocean over like a proper deep sea rover to me Hilo, me Ranzo Ray. We'll pass the cliffs of Dover, then soon we'll be in Clover. Ranzo, Ranzo, Ray, oh Ray. We'll anchor off the Downs, for we're bound for London town. To me Hilo, me Ranzo Ray. Well, loaded down with curios from China and the Indies, oh, Ranzo, Ranzo, Ray, oh Ray. We'll soon be seeing all the girls we all adore. To me Hilo, me Ranzo Ray. We'll drink and sing and have good fun, says every drunken Johnny. Ranzo, Ranzo, Ray, oh Ray. The girls are waiting on the pier, they'll soon have our money. To me Hilo, me Ranzo Ray. We're bound for Yokohama with a load of grand pianos. Ranzo, Ranzo, Ray, oh Ray. We're bound for old Gibraltar with a load of bricks and mortar. To me Hilo, me Ranzo Ray. We're bound for Valparaiso with a load of rusty razors. Ranzo, Ranzo, Ray, oh Ray. We're bound for Buenos Aires with a load of green canaries. To me Hilo, me Ranzo Ray. We're bound for Santiago with a load of German lager. Ranzo, Ranzo, Ray, oh Ray. When I come home to meet you, it's with kisses I will greet you. To me Hilo, me Ranzo Ray. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
Up next, who do we have? We have Jerry Corbo, then we have Jeff Keller on deck, and Eleanor is in the hold.
Okay. I probably heard this song for the first time over 50 years ago, sung by Louis Killen. And then I was reintroduced to the song not that many years ago by Frank Werner, a wonderful singer who has lived in New York until recently. And so I figured I should learn the song eventually. This is the Mingulay boat song. I know Stewart's group does a beautiful, beautiful harmony version of this, but I just got to count on my guitar to play the harmony. Let her go, boys, bring her head round into the weather. Heel your ho, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homeward to Mingulay. What care we how white the minches, what care we for the wind and weather? Let her go, boys, every inches, sailing homeward to Mingulay. Heel your ho, boys, let her go, boys, bring her head round into the weather. Heel your ho, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homeward to Mingulay.
Wives are waiting by the pier head, or looking seaward, or from the heather. Bring her head round, then you'll anchor ere the sun sets on Mingulay. Boys, let her go, boys, bring her head round into the weather. Heel your ho, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homeward to Mingulay. Sun comes low now by the yard, boys, right the clouds are to the westward. Songs of home fly in the wind, boys, flying homeward to Mingulay. Heel your ho, boys, let her go, boys, bring her head round into the weather. Heel your ho, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homeward to Mingulay. Ships return now, heavy laden, mothers holding their bairns a-crying. We'll return though ere the sun sets, we'll return to Mingulay. Heel your ho, boys, let her go, boys, bring her head round into the weather. Heel your ho, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homeward to Mingulay. Sailing homeward to Mingulay.
Oh, that was lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
That's a favorite. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Who do we have up next? We have Jeff Keller, our very own, and Eleanor, and then Sam. Take it away, Jeff.
All right. That was beautiful. This one's less elegant. Oh, Sally is the girl that I love dearly. Way, hey, bully in the alley. Sally is the girl that I spliced nearly. Bully down in Trinbonal. So help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley. Way, hey, bully in the alley. Help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley. Bully down in Trinbonal. For 7 long years I courted Sally. Way, hey, bully in the alley. All she did was dilly-dally. Bully down in Trinbonal. So help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley. Way, hey, bully in the alley. Help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley. Bully down in Trinbonal. I bought her silks, I bought her laces. Way, hey, bully in the alley. Took her out to all the places. bully down in Chinbo now. So help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley. Way, hey, bully in the alley. Help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley. Bully down in Chinbo now. I'll leave my gal and I'll be a sailor. Way, hey, bully in the alley. Leave my Sal and sign aboard a whaler. Bully down in Chinbo now. So help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley. Way, hey, bully in the alley. Help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley. Bully down in Chinbo now. When I get back, I'll marry little Sally. Way, hey, bully in the alley. We'll have kids and count 'em by the tally. Bully down in Chinbo now. So help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley. Way, hey, bully in the alley. Help me, Bob, I'm bully in the alley. Bully down in Chinbo now.
Thank you, sir. All right. Let's see. We've got Eleanor and then Sam and then Jim Lucas in the hold. What have you got for us, Eleanor?
Right. Tommy's gone to Hilo. Well, anyway, here we go. Tommy's gone and I'll go too. Away down Hilo. Oh, Tommy's gone and I'll go too. Tom's gone to Hilo. Tommy's gone to Mobile Bay. Away down Hilo. Oh, Tommy's gone to Mobile Bay. Tom's gone to Hilo. Tommy's gone to Trafalgar. Away down Hilo. Oh, Tommy's gone to Trafalgar. Tom's gone to Hilo. The old Victory led the way. Away down Hilo. The brave old Victory led the way. Tom's gone to Hilo. Tommy's gone forevermore. Away down Hilo. Oh, Tommy's gone forevermore. Tom's gone to Hilo. He didn't kiss his last goodbye. Away down Hilo. It broke her heart and made her cry. Tom's gone to Hilo. Tommy's gone and I'll go too. Away down Hilo. Oh, Tommy's gone and I'll go too. Tom's gone to Hilo. Tommy's gone to Hilo.
Very nice. Thank you. All right, Sam, what have you got for us? And after Sam, let's see, we have Jim Lucas and then Doug Huggins.
Right, I've got Outward Bound and Homeward Bound. I've put details on the chat of our folk magazine, which has got lots of articles, including on shanties, all free PDFs that you can download. To Liverpool docks we bid adieu, to Sook and Sal and Kitty too. The anchor's away and the sails unfurled, we're bound to cross this watery world, for we know we're outward bound. Hurrah, we're outward bound. The wind it blows from the east nor'east, our ship will strut 10 knots at least. The purser will our wants supply, so cheer up lads and never say die, for we know we're outward bound. Hurrah, we're outward bound. And when we get to Malabar, or any other port as far, the purser he will tip the wink, and just like fishes we will drink, for we know we're homeward bound. Hurrah, we're homeward bound. And when we're hauled into Liverpool docks, them pretty girls come round in flocks. One to the other you can hear them say, here comes Jack with his 12 months' pay, and we know we're homeward bound. Hurrah, we're homeward bound. And when we get to the Bull or Bell, where they good pies and porter sell, in comes Archie with a smile, drink up, me lads, it's worth your while, for we know we're homeward bound. Hurrah, we're homeward bound. When poor old Jack's money is gone and spent, and there's none to be borrowed and there's none to be lent, then in comes Archie with a frown, saying, get up now, Jack, let John sit down, for you know you're outward bound. Hurrah, you're outward bound. So poor old Jack must understand, the ships in port are wanting hands. He'll go to sea like he's done before, and say farewell to his native shore, for he knows he's outward bound. Hurrah, he's outward bound. Outward bound, homeward bound.
Thanks, Sam. Let's see, who do we have up? Jim Lucas, Doug Huggins, and Rich Galloway. Jim, are you there?
I am here. I have just unmuted. And I need to explain the tune I'm going to use for this song, because many years ago, I had the fortunate accident of sharing a train ride with Peter Bellamy, who was extremely enthusiastic about Rudyard Kipling. And among other things, he said that he was sure that a lot of Kipling's poems were meant to be sung, and that in many cases he could identify the song, the tune that it should be. And I've seen in other sources that that Kipling actually would be humming tunes while he was writing his poetry. Well, I sort of forgot about that until a few years ago. I came across a book of Kipling's poems. Okay, well, I don't know as many Old English folk songs as Peter Bellamy, but I found a couple of songs where even I thought it was obvious what the tune was. Now, the funny thing is that the one I'm going to sing right now, I have since discovered Peter recorded, and he uses a different tune. But to me, oh, where are you going, said Milder to Mulder. Well, Oh, where are you going to, all you big steamers, with England's own coal up and down the salt sea? We're going to fetch you your bread and your butter, your beef, pork and mutton, eggs, apples and cheese. And where will you fetch it from, all you big steamers? And where shall I write you when you are away? We fetch it from Melbourne, Quebec and Vancouver. Address us at Hobart, Hong Kong and Bombay. But if anything happened to all you big steamers, and suppose you were wrecked up and down the salt sea, then you'd have no coffee or bacon for breakfast, and you'd have no muffins or toast for your tea. And then I'll pray for fine weather for all you big steamers, for little blue billows and breezes so soft. Oh, billows and breezes don't bother big steamers, for we're iron below and steel rigging aloft. And then I'll build a new lighthouse for all you big steamers, with plenty wise pilots to pilot you through. Oh, the channel's as bright as a ballroom already, and pilots are thicker than pilchards at loo. Then what can I do for you, all you big steamers? Oh, what can I do for your comfort and good? Send out your big warships to watch your big waters, that no one may stop us from bringing you food. For the bread that you eat and the biscuits you nibble, the sweets that you suck and the joints that you carve, they are all brought to you daily by all us big steamers. And if anyone hinders our coming, you'll starve.
Well done. What a great tune to put that to, too. I love that, the Cuddy Wren. Let's see, what do we got next? We have Doug Huggins, Rich Galloway, and Mike Green.
Thank you. Really enjoying this. I don't get a chance to hear shanties that I haven't heard 100 times before. This one you've probably heard 100 times before. This is General Taylor. Now General Taylor, he's gained the day. Walk him along, John, carry him along, and Santiana's ran away. Carry him to his burying ground, to me where is stormy. Walk him along, John, carry him along, to me where is stormy. Carry him to his burying ground. Oh, have you heard the latest news? Walk him along, John, carry him along. Them Yankee boys took Veracruz. Carry him to his burying ground, to me where is stormy. Walk him along, John, carry him along, to me where is stormy. Carry him to his burying ground. Now Santiana had a wooden leg. Walk him along, John, carry him along. He lost it playing mumbledy peg. Carry him to his burying ground, to me where is stormy. Walk him along, John, carry him along, to me where is stormy. Carry him to his burying ground. Now General Taylor is all the go. Walk him along, John, carry him along. Well, he's gone where the stormy winds don't blow. Carry him to his burying ground, to me where is stormy. Walk him along, John, carry him along, to me where is stormy. Carry him to his burying ground. We'll dig his grave with a silver spade. Walk him along, John, carry him along, and a shroud of the finest silk'll be made. Carry him to his burying ground, to me where is stormy. Walk him along, John, carry him along, to me where is stormy. Carry him to his burying ground. We'll lower him down on a golden chain. Walk him along, John, carry him along, and on every link we will carve his name. Carry him to his burying ground, to me where is stormy. Walk him along, John, carry him along, to me where is stormy. Carry him to his burying ground. We lowered him down just off Cape Horn. Walk him along, John, carry him along, close by the spot where he was born. Carry him to his burying ground, to me where is stormy. Walk him along, John, carry him along, to me where is stormy. Carry him to his burying ground. I thought I heard the captain say, walk him along, John, carry him along, that he'd double our rum, but he'd have our pay. Carry him to his burying ground, to me where is stormy. Walk him along, John, carry him along, to me where is stormy. Carry him to his burying ground. Now I wished I was old Stormy's son. Walk him along, John, carry him along. I'd build me a ship of 10,000 ton. Carry him to his burying ground, to me where is stormy. Walk him along, to carry him along, to me where is stormy. Carry him to his burying ground.
Oh, very nice. That was so much fun to sing along with. It was so nice to see everybody out there, all the faces singing along.
Yes, I thought that was great.
Yeah, it's one of the things I think we most miss about our genre of music, of all being in the same room, singing together and improvising harmonies and just, singing off key or whatever it is. The saving grace of that is none of y'all can actually hear me. So, all right, who do we have up? We have Rich Galloway, Mike Green, and then I'll sing.
I've already sung, Jamie. I've already sung.
Oh, Rich.
I sang 2 or 3.
All right, we've got you moved. Then next up, Mike Green, and then me.
No, I am Mike Green.
No, that's Mike Green saying it's already sung. Rich is next, and then...
Oh, I see.
And then you.
I only have 9 people on the screen at a time, so it's hard to tell who's talking.
Okay.
All right, next, Rich Galloway, and then myself, and then Jay Boland.
Actually, Jamie, can we have Chris do announcements after Rich? Before you?
Absolutely.
Okay. I just posted the name of my song in the chorus. It's Paddy West. As I went walking down London Road, I come to Paddy West house. He gave me a meal of American hash, and he called it Liverpool scouse. He said, there's a ship, she's wanting hands, and on her you must sign. All the mates a bastard, the boatswain's worse, but she will suit you fine. So take off your dungaree jacket and give yourselves a rest, and we'll think of them cold nor'westers that we had at Paddy West. And when I'd had a feed, me boys, the wind began to blow. Paddy sends me to the attic, the main royal fort to stow. And when I got to the attic, why, no main royal could I find. So I turns myself round to the window, boys, and I furled the window blind. So take off your dungaree jacket and give yourselves a rest, and we'll think on them cold nor'westers that we had at Paddy West. Now Paddy he calls all hands on deck, their stations for to man, and his wife she stood in the doorway with a bucket in her hand. Paddy sings out, now let her rip, and she flings the water our way, saying, clew up your fore to Gansel's boy, she's taken in the spray. So take off your dungaree jacket and give yourselves a rest, and we'll think on them cold nor'westers that we had at Paddy West. And now that seeing we're bound for the southward, boys, to Frisco we was bound. Paddy calls for a length of rope, and he lays it on the ground. We all stepped over and back again. He says to me, that's fine. And now if you were asked, were you ever at sea, you can say you crossed the line. Take off your dungaree jacket and give yourselves a rest, and we'll think on them cold nor'westers that we had at Paddy West. And there's one more thing that you must do before you sail away. Just step around the table, boys, where the bullock's horn do lay. If ever they ask, was you ever at sea, you can say 10 times round the horn. And but Jesus, but I'm an old sailor man since the day that I was born. So put on your dungaree jacket and walk up looking your best. Just tell 'em that you're an old sailor man that's come from Paddy West.
Awesome. Thank you, Rich. Thank you. So just a quick reminder for those who have joined us, the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival has been going on every year since 2000 in downtown Portsmouth, New Hampshire. It's lovely, it's scenic, and it's completely free. I mean, the city's not necessarily free, but the festival is. We hope you will be able to join us this year or some future year. We are planning tentatively for an in-person festival this year, although obviously we're paying attention to safety concerns. We will have an online component. If we have to go online completely, we'll do that. So please stay tuned. I'm putting our website, our Facebook page, and our email address in the chat and on the YouTube stream. Drop us a line to subscribe to our mailing list or follow us on Facebook to stay aware of what we're doing. And again, it's great to see so many people here. We had a peak of 74 people on YouTube. We've had over 60 consistently, plus about 50 people here in Zoom. That's fantastic. Thank you all so much for making this a thing. And now I will shut up so we can go back to the music. Please, as a reminder to the singers, tell us who you are, where you're from, the name of your song, put any details in the chat, and I will share those with the YouTube stream as well. More singing, less talking. Thank you.
Chris, question about the festival. If it's in person, it'll be outdoors entirely. Yes.
We will make sure that it is safe. We will be following the best medical guidance at the time, which likely at this point means it will be outside, yes.
All right, I guess I'm up next, and the thing I have for you is Santiano. I feel like I've been singing like the same 6 or 7 songs over and over again, so if you've heard it before, oh well. Here it is. Let me find a key. We're sailing across the river to... No, that's wrong. That's Santiano. I want to do Spanish Ladies. Sorry, I said the wrong thing. Farewell and adieu to you Spanish ladies, farewell and adieu to you ladies of Spain, for we've received orders for to sail for old England, and we hope very shortly for to see you again. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors, we'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt sea until we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Ocean to Scillies is 35 leagues. We hove our ship to with the wind from southwest, boys. We hove our ship to for to take soundings clear in 55 fathoms with a fine sandy bottom. We filled our main topsail up channel, did steer. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt sea until we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Ocean to Scillies is 35 leagues. The first land we made was a point called the Deadman in Ram's Head off Plymouth, Start Portland and White. We sailed in by Fairly, by Beachy, by Dungeness, and sailed straight away for the South Foreland Light. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt sea until we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Ocean to Scillies is 35 leagues. Now the signal was made for the Grand Fleet to anchor. We clewed up our topsails, stuck out tacks and sheets. We stood by our stoppers and brailed in our spankers and anchored away of the noblest of fleets. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt sea until we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Ocean to Scillies is 35 leagues. Let every man here drink up his full bumper. Let every man here drink up his full bowl. And let's all be jolly and drown melancholy and drink our health to each jovial and true-hearted soul. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt sea until we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Ocean to Scillies is 35 leagues. And there you go.
Arr.
Arr.
Thank you, Jamie. That was wonderful.
Thanks, Persis. Up next, we have Jay Bolin, then Lynn Shovel and Ian Shovel.
Way to push through it, Jamie. Amazing. Jay Bolin from Huntington, Mass. Going to be singing Fiddler's Green. Kind of usually sung up tempo. I'm going to do it a bit differently. I've done it at a number of memorial services. And thankfully, thinking today, it's been a long time since I've had to do that. As I walked down the dockside one evening so fair, to view the still water and taste the salt air.
Well, I don't know how to do that.
I heard an old fisherman singing this song. He said, "Help me up, boys, the time is not long. Dress me up in me oilskins and jumper. No more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddler's Green." Now Fiddler's Green is a place I've heard tell, where fishermen go if they don't go to hell. The weather is fair and the dolphins do play, and the cold coast of Greenland is far, far away. Dress me up in me oilskins and jumper. No more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see us someday in Fiddler's Green. Now the weather is fair, there's never a gale, and the fish jump on board with a swish of their tail. You can lie in your hammock, there's no work to do, and the skipper's below making tea for the crew. Wrap me up in me oilskins and jumper. No more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddler's Green. Now when you're back at the dock and the long trip is through, there's pubs and there's clubs and there's lassies there too. The girls are all pretty and the beer is all free, and bottles of rum hang from every tree. Dress me up in me oilskins and jumper. No more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddler's Green. Now I don't need a harp, nor a halo, nor wings. Just give me a ship and a good rolling sea. I'll play me old squeeze box as we roll along, with a wind in the rigging to sing me a song. Dress me up in me oilskins and jumper. No more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday in Fiddler's Green. Thank you.
Yes, well sung, Jay. Very well sung. Thank you. Oh, my screen went blank for a second. There we go. All right, so who do we have up next? We have Lynn Shovel, Ian Shovel, and then Ernie Pigeon.
Hi, good evening. Lynn and I are from Bodmin in Cornwall in England, and we're going to sing two songs tonight on the same theme of loss at sea, and they're both originally from poems by Cicely Fox Smith. You going to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi. There were 10 men hauling on the lee for praise, in the wind and the driving hail, and the mile-long greybeards charging by, and the thundering Cape Horn gale. But dark it was, you scarce could see your hand before your face. That cold it was, our fingers froze, stiff as they gripped the brace. And Christ set down for a night in port, and a day go fiddlers too, and just one whiff of the drinks again in a Callio saloon. There were 10 men hauling on the lee for brace, when the big sea broke.
No, that was me.
You're muted. When
What? Oh no, everybody got muted for a moment for some reason.
Then lay still.
They keep getting me.
You think she could not rise again from such a weight of sea? There were 10 men hauling on the lee for brace, 7 when she rose at last. The rest had gone to the pitch dark night, and the sea and the ice cold blast. And one of them was Dago Pete, and one was Lars the Dane, and the third was a lad whose like on earth I shall not find again. So I'll heave and ho, and stand me wheel, and reef and furl with the rest, for wind and seas go on the same when they took and drowned the best. No, it ain't no use to curse the Lord, it ain't no use to moan, for man must live his life the same, and keep his grief his own. So I'll drink me drink, and I'll sing me song, and nobody'll know but me that a lump of me heart went down with Dan that night in the wild horn sea. Yes, I'll drink me drink, and I'll sing me song, and no one'll know but me that a lump of me heart went down with Dan that night in the wild horn sea. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was lovely. And then next we have Ian, and after Ian we have Ernie Pigeon and Laurie Walter.
Hi, good evening. I'm going to sing another one by Cicely Fox Smith. But before I do, I'd just like to point out, I don't know whether you're getting our picture of the virtual background, but that is part of Portsmouth history. That is HMS Sirius, who in the 80s was adopted by Portsmouth, New Hampshire, as their friendly foreign warship, I think it was. And that ship actually delivered the telephone box that is now situated outside I think it's the library building in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
And you painted it.
Yeah, and I put the paint on the telephone box, but there you go. I don't want none of his stuff, said Bill. No, I don't want none of his gear. And I don't want things I've known him use, nor things I've seen him wear. No, it ain't such things as them, he said, and that's the truth, my son. That'll make me think of Mike, me pal, now Mike is dead and gone. There's Blue-Nosed Pete who wants his palm, and the knife he wouldn't sell. And Jakey wants his good sea boots, 'cause his own they leak like hell. And one wants this, and one wants that, the way chaps do at sea. Well, let them take the pick, says I, they can have the lot for me. And they can have his teakwood chest, with a painting as he did, of the Southern Cross off Sydney Head, full sail inside the lid. And the marlin spike he always used, and the bottle ship he made, rolling up to the Western Isles, closed haul on a northeast trade. For me and Mike were pals, says he, and I couldn't bring me mind to wrangle like a greedy gull o'er the gear he left behind. We sailed together rough and smooth, we stuck it sink or swim, and it ain't Mike bits the things I want to make me think of him. It's sun and stars and fog and frost and weather blue and grey, and big seas curling green as glass afore they break in spray. The sudden dark on tropic seas drop down like a blind that's drawn, and stormy sunsets off the Cape and strange landfalls at dawn. It's drunkers shouting scraps of songs in waterfront saloons, and two-string fiddles chink girls play, thrumming queer old tunes. The papery sound the palm trees make when offshore winds are waking, the fellas singing out on the brace, the royal clue is shaking. It's things you eat and things you drink in every port you know, the raspy twang of Spanish wine and mule trains tinkling slow, the steamy reek of eastern towns and stuffy smoky smells in shrines where fat pot-bellied gods sit smiling to themselves. It's things you see and things you hear and things you feel and do that bring the dead alive again and make the old near new. No, it ain't Mike bits of things I want, and that's God's truth, my son, to make me think of Mike, me pal, now Mike is dead and gone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, after that we have Ernie Pigeon, Laurie Walter, and Gary Walker.
Okay, well, I'm Ernie Pigeon. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm Ernie Pigeon, and this is my wife, Amy. And
Hi.
We're from Newburyport, Massachusetts, and we're going to sing the Marco Polo, written by Jim Stewart back in the late 80s. Where the Marsh Creek waters meet Courtney Bay,
Here around and
and let her fly.
James Smith's yacht her keel did lay.
There's no ship here can match her.
She was launched with a groan and a thud.
She's like a demon sailing by.
She stuck 2 weeks in the Marsh Creek mud.
There's no ship here can match her.
It's Liverpool in 15 days. The seven seas her name will praise. Wind in her hair and her sails unfurled. She's the fastest ship in all the world.
And her
Name is Marco Polo. Her keel's all bent. She'll never sail.
Heave around and let her fly.
James Smith's hopes are doomed to fail.
There's no ship here can match her.
She's felt the wrath of jeers and scorn.
She's like a demon sailing by.
And from the pain the legend's born.
There's no ship here can match her. It's
Liverpool in 15 days. The seven seas her name will praise. Wind in her hair and her sails unfurled. She's the fastest ship in all the world.
And her name is Marco Polo.
Little black ball line she soon was sold.
Heave around and let her fly.
Australia bound in search of gold.
There's no ship here can match her.
And she was ruled by an iron hand.
She's like a demon sailing by.
When Billy Forbes was in command.
There's no ship here can catch her.
And Liverpool in 15 days. The seven seas her name will praise. Wind in her hair and her sails unfurled. She's the fastest ship in all the world. And her name is Marco Polo. 68 days to Melbourne town.
Heave around and let her fly.
The waves will echo her renown.
There's no ship here can match her.
She's beating packets run by steam.
She's like a demon sailing by.
From James Smith's wish to St. John's dream.
There's no ship here can match her.
And Liverpool in 15 days. The seven seas her name will praise. Wind in her hair and her sails unfurled. She's the fastest ship in all the world. And her name is Marco Polo. For 32 years she ran the tides.
Heave around and let her fly.
On Cavendish Shoal she finally died.
There's no ship here can match her.
The dreams are much too hard to kill.
She's like a demon sailing by.
Oh, the Marco Polo's living still.
There's no ship here can catch her.
And Liverpool in 15 days. The seven seas her name will praise. Wind in her hair and her sails unfurled. She's the fastest ship in all the world. And her name is Marco Polo.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, I lost my list. There we go. We have up next is Laurie Walter, then Gary Walker, and Stephen Yadnuk. You're still muted, Laurie.
Yeah, sorry, it took me a minute to find my unmute button. And so now you all know that Jamie stole my song, so I had to quickly come up with something else. My personal song, yes. As I walked out one morning in the springtime of the year, I overheard a sailor boy, likewise a lady fair. They sang a song together, met the valleys for to ring, while the birds unspread in the meadows gay proclaimed the lovely spring. Said Willie unto Nancy, oh, we soon must sail away, for it's lovely on the water, for to hear the music play. For our queen she do want seamen, so I will not stay on shore. I will brave the wars for my country, where them blundering cannons roar. Poor Nancy fell and fainted, but soon they brought her to, and it's there they've kissed and then embraced and took a fond adieu. Come change a ring with me, my love, so we may meet once more, for it's one above that will guard you, love, where them blundering cannons roar. £4 it is our bounty, and that must do for thee, for to have the aged parents while I am on the sea. Oh, Tower Hill is crowded with mothers weeping sore, for their sons have gone to face the foe, where them blundering cannons roar. Thanks.
Thank you. That was lovely.
And let me just add, as a biologist, I've always been intrigued by the line about our queen, she do want semen. Just saying. since it's probably from the reign of Victoria.
Well, thank you so much. And up next, we have Gary Walker, Stephen Yednock, and then Stuart Marcus.
Okay, I'm based in the UK, just outside London in Essex. Song I'm going to do for you is called Round Eyre's Rock, and it's a sort of shanty. We're sailing away and away with our sailormen round Eyre's Rock. A good rolling sea and a song from the shantyman round Eyre's Rock. A billowing sail to give us fair speed. A favourable wind is just what we need. With spray in our faces, we'll never concede. Round Eyre's Rock. We left our homes in the summer of '84. Round Eyre's Rock. To head for the Indies, our fortune to find ashore. Round Eyre's Rock. To cross the wide ocean, it is our intent. When we sight land again, we'll be content and serve with such bravery when we are sent around Eyre's Rock. On leaving behind all our sweethearts and families round Eyre's Rock. For far out to sea was the place where we had to be. Round Eyre's Rock. When crossing the ocean we met with such gales, we were required to shorten our sails, for we were a-fearing our journey would fail. Round Eyre's Rock. The skipper, he steered us all through the night and the day. Round Eyre's Rock. By the moon and the stars, though the weather be dark and grey, round Eyre's Rock. When reaching the Indies, we anchored offshore. We rowed the small boats till our hands they were raw, to drink in the pubs, then visit some whore, round Eyre's Rock. With our cargo on board, we were soon off to sea again, round Eyre's Rock. A trip back to England, we'll battle the raging main, round Eyre's Rock. The skipper and mate we trust with our lives, they'll get us home to our children and wives. We pray to the heavens that we will survive around Eyre's Rock. The skipper and mate we trust with our lives, They'll get us home to our children and wives. We pray to the heavens that we will survive. Round Ayre's Rock. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Up next, we have Stephen Yednock, Stuart Marcus, and Persis Thorndike.
Hi, I'm Stephen Yednock. I'm coming from Oakton, Virginia, which is Northern Virginia, and I'm gonna sing Help to the Company. Kind friends and companions, come join me in rhyme. Come lift up your voices in chorus with mine. Come lift up your voices, or grief to grief, for we may or might never all meet here again. So here's a health to the company, and one to my lass. Let's drink and be merry, all out of one glass. We'll drink and be merry, all grief to refrain, for we may or might never all meet here again. Here's a health to the wee lass that I love so well. For style and for beauty, there's none can excel. There's a smile on her countenance as she sits on my knee. There is no who's as happy as me. So here's a health to the company, and one to my lass. Let's drink and be merry, all out of one glass. We'll drink and be merry, oh grief to refrain, for we may or might never all meet here again. Our ship lies at anchor, she is ready to dock. I wish her safe landing without any shock, and if I should meet you by land or by sea, I will always remember your kindness to me. So here's a health to the company, and one to my lass. We'll drink and be merry, all out of one glass. We'll drink and be merry, all grief to refrain, for we may or might never all meet here
Oh, yes. Thank you. That was very timely. Thank you. All right. After Stephen, we have Stuart Marcus, Persis Thorndike, and Bennett Kenzie.
Hi. Well, good to be back here. I'm coming to you from Long Island, New York, where it is not nearly warm enough to justify the shirt that I'm wearing. But I was doing a little home improvement project and got kind of sweated up. So as Nick pointed out, Rick rather pointed out, I have one that I wrote actually on Martin Luther King Day, and it applies to Black History Month. And I don't think I need to explain to people what a checkerboard crew was, but I will point out that the term blackjack was in no way a derisive one or a disrespectful one, which was just the terminology. This is called When Blackhand Saved Me from the Blue. 'Twas a dark and a stormy curse of a day in November of late '92, when my soul was awoke in a terrible way. When Blackhand saved me from the blue, brave boys, when Blackhand saved me from the blue. My shipmates had come from a bevy of lands, they called us a checkerboard crew, and half of their words I could scarce understand. When Blackhand saved me from the blue, brave boys, when Blackhand saved me from the blue. Now the blackjacks had tended to keep to themselves, as most of us tended to do. The French and the Irish and Yankees as well, When Blackhand saved me from the blue, brave boys, when Blackhand saved me from the blue. But little it mattered when hauling a line, a halyard, a brace, or a clew, and mattered it less when aloft we would climb, when Blackhand saved me from the blue, brave boys, when Blackhand saved me from the blue. 'Twas on the main royal my hand lost its grip, in a moment I ever will rue. From the wobbling foot rope I started to slip, when Blackhand saved me from the blue, brave boys, when Blackhand saved me from the blue. 'Tis many a sailor his end he has found, and many good men overthrew. At 30 degrees first you freeze, then you drown, when Blackhand saved me from the blue, brave boys, when Blackhand saved me from the blue. But then a great strong hand gripped my arm up tight, with a strength such that I never knew. I looked up and saw a face dark as the night, when Blackhand saved me from the blue, brave boys, when Blackhand saved me from the blue. I think I shall mess with the blackjacks today. It seems like the least I could do, for when faced with the end, shallow things melt away, when Blackhand saved me from the blue, brave boys, when Blackhand saved me from the blue. Thank you.
Good one, Stuart.
Thank you so much. That was lovely. I really liked it a lot.
Thanks, Jamie.
Up next is Persis, and then we have Bennett, and then Amy Friedman.
Thanks, Jamie. I am going to sing Leaving of Liverpool, and I don't remember who wrote it. Farewell to you, my own true love. I am going far away. I am bound for California, and I know that I'll return someday. So fare ye well, my own true love, for when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. I have shipped on a Yankee clipper ship, Davy Crockett is her name, and her captain's name was Burgess, and they say she's a floating hell. So fare ye well, my own true love, and when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. Oh, the sun is on the harbor, love, and I wish I could remain, for I know it will be a long, long time before I see you again. So fare thee well, my own true love, so fare thee well, my own true love, for when I return, it's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. Sorry about that last chorus. I lost the tune. So.
No worries. Thank you. Let's see. I just got a text from Bennett. He's not ready yet. So we're going to go to Amy Friedman. Go ahead. And after Amy, we have Elizabeth Block and Steve Ginsburg.
All right, better. It was homeward bound one night on the deep, Swinging in my hammock, I fell asleep. I dreamed a dream, and I thought it true, concerning Franklin and his gallant crew. With 100 sailors he sailed away to the frozen ocean in the month of May, to seek a passage around the pole, where we poor seamen must oft times roll. Through cruel hardships they vainly strove, their ship on mountains of ice was drove. Only the Eskimo in his skin canoe was the only one that ever came through. In Baffin's Bay, where the whalefish blow, the fate of Franklin no man may know. The fate of Franklin no tongue can tell, where Lord Franklin and his seamen do dwell. And now my burden, it gives me pain, for my dear Franklin I'd cross the main. 10,000 pounds would I freely give to know on earth that my Franklin do live.
Thank you, Amy. That was lovely. After Amy, we have Elizabeth Block, Steve Ginsberg, and then Bennett.
This isn't a shanty, but it is a sea song. The Mermaid and the Swallow by Ian Bell of Ontario. Yes, somebody knows this song. Ian, he's retired now, but he was his day job was the curator of a little museum on the north shore of Lake Erie that dealt in maritime history, Great Lakes maritime history. He was putting together an exhibit on maritime tattoos, and he put out a call for people with such tattoos to come in, have them photographed, and tell the story of how they got them. And one man who came in was Trevor Hodge, an elderly Brit who had not only been a sailor, first in the Royal Navy, then on the Great Lakes, but he was a tattooist himself. And Ian said, listening to the story of his life, I realized I had a song there. All I had to do was add the rhymes. In Bristol just before the war, the tankers loomed along the shore, and I would hang about the door of a shop down by the quay. It was there when I was just a lad I took the trade I've always had, and where the hand of my first master made its mark on me. The Union Jack, the Rose and Crown, the Mermaid and the Swallow, a dagger and an anchor, and a cock upon the knee. And as the bombers droned above, we inked the names of the girls they loved in hearts, upon the hearts of oak who'd soon put out to sea. I was a little older when the war was over. Even then the Navy still had need of men, and so I signed aboard. In engine rooms and on the grates I plied my trade among my mates, gave them the marks they wanted most for what they could afford. The Union Jack, the Rose and Crown, the Mermaid and the Swallow, a dagger and an anchor, and a cock upon the knee. Down there in the oily dark, on arms and backs I made my mark, forever etched in indigo on sailor boys at sea. And then one day I came to land across the Western Ocean. I shipped out of Halifax to sail the inland sea. Sometimes when I stepped ashore, I used to take a notion that I was not as young a man as once I used to be. Now the canvas I sail under promises a world of wonder. Step right up, I'll make my mark at a price that you can pay. In the dying days of August, captain in a sea of sawdust, but the fancies of a sailor's life are out of style today. The Union Jack, the Rose and Crown, the Mermaid and the Swallow, a dagger and an anchor, and a cock upon the knee. And through the awning of my pitch the sea weighs like a muddy ditch, as from this country fair I watch ships gliding towards the sea. The Union Jack, the Rose and Crown, the Mermaid and the Swallow, a dagger and an anchor, and a cock upon the knee. And where my shirt sleeve meets my skin, I see a map of where I've been, and where the hand of my first master made its mark on me.
That was lovely. Up next, we have Steve Ginsberg, Bennett Conency, and Martha Bow.
Hi. Oh, I'm coming to you from my bedroom in Brooklyn, New York City, but the background is Long Pond at the Pinewoods Camp in Plymouth, Massachusetts, where last year the season was lost, and I'm hoping against hope that it'll work out to be able to be there this year. The song is Farewell to Nova Scotia. The sun was setting in the west, the birds were singing on every tree. All nature seemed inclined for the rest, but still there was no rest for me. Farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast. Let your mountains dark and dreary be. For when I am far away on the briny ocean tossed, will you ever heave a sigh or a wish for me? Excuse me. I grieve to leave my native land. I grieve to leave my comrades all, and my aged parents whom I always held so dear, and the bonny, bonny lass that I do adore. Farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast. Let your mountains dark and dreary be. For when I am far away on the briny ocean tossed, will you ever heave a sigh or a wish for me? The drums they beat and the wars do alarm. The captain calls, I must obey. So farewell, farewell to Nova Scotia's charms, for it's early in the morning, I am far, far away. Farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast. Let your mountains dark and dreary be. For when I am far away on the briny ocean tossed, will you ever heave a sigh or a wish for me? I have 3 brothers and they are at rest. Their arms are folded on their breasts. But a poor simple sailor, just like me, must be tossed and driven on the dark blue sea. Farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast. Let your mountains dark and dreary be. For when I am far away on the briny ocean tossed, will you ever heave a sigh or a wish for me? Thank you.
Yay! Thanks, Steve. That was great. That's one of my favorite ones to sing along with.
Yes.
We have Bennett Canency up next, and Martha Bowen, and then Quentin Center.
All right. Can everybody hear me out there?
Yep.
Okay. Well, welcome to Camden Harbor once again, where we're going to go out for a sunset sail, or sunset row, rather. I'm here with my buddy Arista Holden, who's, I don't know if you can see her over my shoulder or not. But
well, that explains that, Bennett. I thought boat was some kind of a metaphor, and I was about to ask, so this is fantastic. Away you go.
Not a metaphor. We're in a real dory here. And we're going to turn it around and sing you guys a song out of the Joanna Colcord collection. This is, she's our local shanty goddess. She collected all those songs in Roll and Go. So I've been really loving this song. It goes like this. It goes, well, Sally Brown is the gal for me, boys. Roll, boys, roll, boys, roll. Sally Brown is the gal for me, boys. Way high, Sally Brown. Pick it up a notch. Headed out, we're going down south, boys. Roll, boys, roll, boys, roll. Headed out, we're going down south, boys. Way high, Sally Brown. Headed down to Trinidad to see Miss Lucy Lou. Roll, boys, roll, boys, roll. Headed down to Trinidad to see Miss Lucy Lou. Way high, Sally Brown. Oh, Captain Barker, how do you store your cargo? Roll, boys, roll, boys, roll. Some I stow forward and some I stow after. Way high, Sally Brown. 40 fathoms or more below, boys. Roll, boys, roll, boys, roll. 40 fathoms or more below, boys. Way high, Sally Brown. Oh, Captain Barker, can't you hear the captain calling? Roll, boys, roll, boys, roll. Oh, Captain Barker, can't you hit? Oh, Captain Barker, that's the end of all our hauling. Way high, Sally Brown. Way high, Sally Brown. Way high, Sally Brown. That's it. All right. We made it out here to Lyman Morse. Check out worksongs.org for more of that. Tonight, we'll be singing work songs at the Flurry Festival. So go to Flurry, I guess it's danceflurry.com. We'll see you there. Thanks for letting us get in here and row and sing you guys out. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much. It was wonderful to see a song in action. I mean, one of the things that I love about these songs is the power. I mean, what was it? Frederick Pease Harlow said in his book, Songs the Whale Sang, that a captain, if he had a canary on board, he could really sing, could get 7 times the work out of a crew of men. And one of the things that is really important to me in all of this music is that these songs, before there was steam, they powered the world, and they really are powerful, and it's lovely to see someone demonstrating the work. So thank you, Bennett, for joining us. And my screen went blank again. Next up is Martha Bowen, then Quentin Center.
Thank you. I'm Martha Bowen, Worcester, Massachusetts. He sang with the starboard list at a place called the Winds of Change. And they did this every time they gathered. She was tall, she was handsome, topsails tall and golden, flowing like a dolphin fast and free. And they called her the sunrise. She brought good weather with her, the fairest Yankee beauty that ever sailed the sea. She's gone down the river, she's gone forever. That classic Yankee clipper is gone. She's gone down the river, she's gone forever. That classic Yankee clipper is gone. It was a dream to sail on her, to feel the breeze upon ya, to feel her responding to the wheel. Ah, to taste the salt spray on ya as she plows through the water, that same way again, I know I'll never feel. She's gone down the river, she's gone forever. That classic Yankee clipper is gone. She's gone down the river, she's gone forever. That classic Yankee clipper is gone. Ah, you know, in hot weather, we had tough times together, me and my Yankee beauty of my dreams. Ah, but like the wind, she was contrary, and I had to be wary. But then all ladies are like that, so it seems. She's gone down the river, she's gone forever. That classic Yankee clipper is gone. She's gone down the river, she's gone forever. That classic Yankee clipper is gone. She's gone down the river, she's gone forever. That classic Yankee clipper is gone. She's gone down the river, she's gone forever. That classic Yankee clipper is gone.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. That was wonderful. Next up, Quentin. Oh, thank you for sharing it with us.
I'm Quentin from Northern Massachusetts.
So good to see you.
Yeah, it's been a while. I will be singing the Leaving of Liverpool. Here we go. Farewell to you, my own true love. I am going far away. I am bound for California, but I know that I'll return someday. So fare thee well, my own true love, and when I return, united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. I will sail on a Yankee sailing ship. Davy Crockett is her name. And Burgess is the captain of her, and they say that she's a floating shame. So fare thee well, my own true love, and when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. I have sailed with Burgess once before, and I think I know him right well. If a man is a sailor, he can get along, but if not, he is surely in hell. So fare thee well, my own true love, and when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. Oh, the sun is on a harbour, love, and I wish I could remain. For I know it will be some long time before I see you again. So fare thee well, my own true love, and when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee.
Thank you, Quentin. So great to hear you again. It's been a while. Let's see. Oh, Chris is up next. Chris, take us out. It's been lovely hearing and singing along with all of you. So now it's Chris Madden, our Mr. President of the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival, gonna carry us out of here.
Thank you all so much for joining in. We had so many singers and so much audience on YouTube. This has been fantastic. We will do this again next month on the second Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. Check out our website, pmffest.org, our Facebook page, pmff.nh. Maybe someone else can put those in the chat. Or send an email to info@pmffest.org to get on our mailing list for announcements, and especially to keep abreast of what we're doing for our festival, September 25th and 26th of this year. We will be having a festival. We are tentatively planning for an in-person festival, but we are paying attention to the ongoing medical condition. But we will definitely have an online component. So even those of you who aren't in the area or can't get here, please tune in. So stay tuned. And since someone already did leave her Johnny, the other thing that we often close with at the Portsmouth Shanty Sings when it's safe to have them is this song by, I got it wrong last time, I believe this is by Bert Lloyd, but maybe it was you and McCall. It was one of them. I think it was Bert Lloyd. Someone in the chat will correct me if I'm wrong.
It was.
Come all ye bold seamen, wherever you're bound, and always let Nelson's proud memory go round, and pray that the wars and the tumult may cease, for the greatest of gifts is a sweet lasting peace. May the Lord put an end to these cruel old wars, and bring peace and contentment to all our brave tars. Thank you, everyone. Stay healthy.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Chris. Thanks.
And I hope to sing with you in person sometime soon.